So hi there guys and welcome back to Boat McRill. Well, we are back into the workshop and it's still cold. It is actually, according to, I hope you can see it, to the temperature meter, it's 2.5 degrees in here and there is absolutely no way I can work with fiberglass or epoxy or anything. This week it's actually gonna be more about what we left off last week, and that is the electrical cabinet. As you might remember, I started to do some work also with the pilot area where you have the instruments and stuff, and here's how it looks like now. When I had done the gluing with the epoxy, unfortunately it got too cold and it just screwed up it all, so I'm gonna have to redo it as soon as it's getting a little bit warmer again. But woodworking is not that dependent on temperatures, of course. So what we're gonna do today is start cutting out the pieces for the new cabinet and also trying to start the assembling of it. The idea here is to have a back piece, a front piece where I'm gonna cut out the door, the opening for where you can open up so you get into the electrical cabinet, and then a bottom piece and a side piece that goes out towards the door to the head. The roof in the head and the outer wall of the boat gonna be the side and the top on the left, on the other side. I'm also gonna put some braces here and there so that I can screen the front and the back together, all that. But that might be a program or two ahead, so just start working with the pieces we have right now. Let's start with setting up the saw a little bit so that we can cut up a piece of this template and then scrub this over for the plywood material. That's going to be the back side of the cabinet, or the area where we're going to screw all the electrical components to. So this is actually the plywood material that I've decided to use for the back piece. So now, before people are screaming their lungs out that I'm cutting the wrong side, because over here it's gonna be all broken up on the edges, and yep, it is, but I'm gonna put a trim on this side here. This is gonna be the front that you see, and here is gonna be a small trim going like this to bit towards the wall, so don't worry about that. The only thing left I have to figure out here is how to actually make all of this, you know, be able to open this. I have a couple of different ideas. One is to actually cut open something like that, and a little bit bigger, but it's gonna be openable like this. Or just have the bottom piece recessed in so that this lean against that bottom piece, and cut in a similar bottom piece on the top, and then on the outer side here just do the same kind of thing. Cut this open like this and be able to swing open the whole piece like that. I'm not really sure yet. I'm gonna have to think a little bit about it. If you have any suggestions how to do this, just put a little comment down below. Tomorrow, heading up to the store where I can buy some lumber and just buy a couple of meters of the teak board I've been looking at and cut those to length for this project. So then, as you can see, I got a big, huge piece of a teak board here that I got at the lumberyard, as I showed you earlier. It's gonna teak, and I'm gonna cut this down. I don't want it this wide, and I don't want it this thick, but I'm gonna use some of this for this project and the rest of it for another project I have. I need to cut out a bottom part, and that bottom part is gonna be 85 long. Okay, so then I've been struggling back and forth with these pieces of wood because I wanted to split this in half, and for some reason my sewing table isn't allowing me. It's getting me strange bevels and stuff. So what I've decided now is to go back to keeping this thickness of the wood. To make this look really nice, I'm thinking about cutting out 9mm this edge here, so that the door is coming in on the inside here. So when it's closed, it's flush, totally flush on the outside. What I'm doing now is measuring out the same piece on the outside here, and it's a little bit less than 45. 45 we got right here. So then, here is the result so far. I'd like to have this tad bit better, but I'm gonna have to shorten off in this end this mahogany plywood, because I can't chop it up here. It's gonna be very strange looking. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this piece as I done with the other two, so that protrudes this much. Well done, guys. It's time to wrap this episode up. It's way too long and, well, a lot of sawing, of course. Next time we will actually start to assemble this in the way it's supposed to be in the end. Do you want to see how it looks right now? Well, that's more or less how it's gonna look like when it's in place. I am going to cut this straight down like that. Have this outer part here openable, so you can open it like this. This part, small part in here, gonna be fixed. I'm gonna put a support behind that, and some sort of locking mechanism probably over here. So if you liked this video, I would be super happy if you give me a little like, thumbs up, and also hit the subscription button down on your right side and put the notification bell on all so you don't miss any of my episodes. Make sure to check out my Facebook page and my Instagram. Now and then I put up some pictures over there too. And of course, see you next time. Bye everyone.